Realizing European neighbors were unwilling to confront him, Hitler proceeded to claim other regions in an attempt to expand the German Reich. Soon after the Anschluss of Austria, Hitler instigated the Sudeten Crisis. The Sudeten Crisis of 1938 stemmed from Hitler's desire to see the Sudetenland area of Czechoslovakia annexed to Germany. Hitler essentially employed the same scheme he did against Austria. He reasoned that because the Sudetenland contained high percentages of ethnic Germans, the region should belong to Germany. The dispute between the Western European powers and Germany over the Sudetenland was finally resolved in the Munich Agreement. This settlement between France, Great Britain, Italy, and Germany permitted Germany to annex the Sudetenland in exchange for Hitler's guarantee that Germany would make no more territorial demands in Europe. Sadly, representatives from Czechoslovakia were not even invited to the settlement meeting. The Western European democracies basically turned their back on Czechoslovakia. British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain played a prominent role in negotiating the deal. After an agreement had been worked out, he famously claimed to have secured peace for our time, as he excitedly waved the paper agreement in the air. Because of this, Chamberlain's reputation remains controversial. He is widely seen as embodying Europe's policy of appeasement. What is appeasement? In the context of World War II, appeasement refers to Europe's policy of appeasing Hitler. It refers to Europe's refusal to stand up to Hitler, instead giving in to his demands. So Hitler stood by his word not to occupy any other European countries, and it all turned out just fine, right? Wrong. In March 1939, German forces invaded the remainder of Czechoslovakia. On top of that, Germany began making demands that the free city of Danzig be handed over to Germany. By this point, Germany's neighbors were finally realizing Hitler could not be trusted. France and Great Britain publicly pledged to support Poland should it be invaded by Germany. Realizing war was likely to break out, Germany sought to establish a peace treaty with the Soviet Union on its eastern front. In August 1939, the Nazi-Soviet Non-Aggression Pact was signed. Sometimes this pact is called the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, after the two diplomats who negotiated it. This agreement meant Germany did not have to worry about the Soviet Union intervening should war break out. 2 weeks later, German troops invaded Poland on the pretext that Poland had first attacked Germany. France and Great Britain followed through on their pledge to support Poland. With Germany's invasion of Poland, World War II had begun. Let's review the events leading up to the outbreak of World War II. In 1936, Germany and Japan signed the Anti-Comintern Pact, which was an anti-communist alliance. In 1938, Germany annexed Austria into the German Reich in what is called the Anschluss. German troops were greeted at the Austrian border as heroes. Next, Hitler instigated the Sudeten Crisis as he proceeded to annex portions of Czechoslovakia. The Munich Agreement allowed Hitler to occupy the Sudetenland as long as he promised not to make any other territorial demands. British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain was instrumental in securing the Munich Agreement, something he believed would bring peace for our time. The actions of Chamberlain and other instances of giving in to Hitler's demands is commonly called appeasement. Finally, before Hitler invaded Poland, the Nazi-Soviet Non-Aggression Pact was signed in late August 1939. This agreement basically gave Germany a free hand to invade states without having to worry about Soviet intervention.